This is a video about the most important tool I believe I have in my lab. And this is a AA7FO 300. Date code on this thing is 2015, so it's 10 years old. And it saved me a lot of grief. I have purchased several Corsair transceivers made by Tech for $100 that weren't working, and I got them working within 24 hours. Let me show you how this thing works. It's called a desoldering gun. It's made up of a vacuum pump. Let me take the cover off here. Little membrane vacuum pump. This thing heats up, and you have a temperature gauge. You can get it up to 450 degrees Fahrenheit. Starts at 350. I've got it on a fairly low temperature, and creates a vacuum. This end gets hot according to your temperature, has a channel through it. You put this on the solder joint, pull the trigger, and I'll show you how it works. Draws through the vacuum, draws the solder into here. It's collected in this chamber, and then in the back of this thing is a little collection piece of metal. Let me show you. Let's take this apart. Where's my little? Has this little plate, and you can see here where solder's collected on it. What you do is you take your little scalpel and you just scrape this off. And this is non-stick, so you've got a layer of solder there. Then behind that is a filter which catches the smoke and any small particles that slip through. This is 10 years old. This is the original. What I do is from time to time I just take my scalpel and I just scrape the dust off of it. Try not to kill this thing. Now somebody can help me here. This thing has a diameter of, where are my glasses? I can't see. Oh, here they are. This filter has a diameter of, what is it? 15 to 16 millimeters. Approximately. And I've got one more. It comes with the tool. I know I've seen this filter either in Home Depot, Harbor Freight, or Michael's. So if you've seen one of these or know where you can find them, I'll look on AliExpress and I'll look on Amazon. So periodically you have to take this apart. You just stick this back in here. You might once in a while scrape solder residue out of there. That goes in there. This goes back in there. Very simple. Put it back. Locks it airtight. Okay, let's turn it on. And here's what it sounds like when it's operating. Pretty powerful pump, fast. Now, this frame, oh, by the way, when I bought this thing, I bought it from Circuit Specialists over in Tempe, Arizona. I think it cost me $125 on sale. Now, this is the cheap, can't use the word on TV, but PVC or whatever, and it has these little veins here, one here and one inside. One inside broke, and it got sucked in here. I when I use it, I'll show you. It got in here and trapped. There's a little spinning wheel there and trapped in there, and I thought, well, okay, I'm screwed, but I fixed it. So I've taken it apart and fixed it several times for various reasons. All right, where's my thermometer? Moved it. Oh, I moved it in the other place. Okay, let's show you how it works. And this is a patented trick. So just tell everybody where you got it and you can use it. Mention it. Here's a little board. Something else that I like about the toner transfer. The parts solder to the copper layer, and if you only don't push the parts all the way down. I wasn't worried about it because I can do a alligator clip or a hook clip to a test point. But anything that you put onto the board, give a millimeter or two of lead spacing here. One, so you can touch it with a probe from your scope or whatever. But the nicest thing about this technique is that you can salvage every part if you need, if you want to replace a broken part, or if you decide, hey, I can make this circuit work a little bit better with a different part. Let me show you how you replace them. Now, here's the patented trick. You think that with this vacuum that you can just go and suck solder this way. No, do not. You're fighting gravity. Actually, there's a American Physical Society bumper sticker that says, there is no gravity. The earth sucks. So let me show you how to use gravity. Put the board above the tool. Put this against the lead. Okay, whoops. It'll melt. Okay, and if you can see that joint is clean and there's no solder between the pad and the pin. So let's see, there's 5 here. It's hard to do. Okay, I lied. Oh, what it is this is friction fit. The pins are clean, ready for reinsertion in your new board. These parts cost me a penny. This inductor probably cost me 2 cents. That's a lot of money. I know I talk about a lot about money, and I only do that. I don't care, but I do it so that newbies will know just some of this stuff is so cheap, you don't worry about it. But some things, like this part is $7. I don't want to lose it. Use it again. So let's say that this inductor is the wrong value. Okay. All right, got it desoldered. Let me use my little pointy thing here. That's how easy the parts come up. I can desolder a whole board, and I just go through and just desolder each one of the joints, do them all, and voila. See how easy that is? You want me to take the header off there? What I'm thinking about, by desoldering this way, gravity plus the vacuum takes the solder, it's melted, draws it down through this channel, and this stays molten, probably stays molten through here. Then it hits this back plate and sticks. Okay, and stays there. That's why when you put it down, you don't hear anything pop off the plate. It's pretty ingenious. Now, the FR300 is no longer manufactured. It's now the FR301. I looked on Circuit Specialists and they're over $200. I think, okay, that's not in your budget. Let me see if I can help you. And I went to my friend Jeff's site, that's Amazon.com, and there are some little solder guns, handheld, for around $50 or $60. I don't know that they're any good, but somebody tell me if you got one and you like it. So if I did, let me turn this off. Now it's hot, right? So there's a little plate that allows you to set it down and keep this thing away from everything, and don't touch it. I have brushed myself with it, and I get a little white scaly area, and it's not pleasant. Oh, I desoldered that, didn't I? Where's mine? Just comes off. Well, let me just do the whole board. Oh, I turned it off. It heats up in about 30 seconds. It should still be hot. Oh, and if you jiggle back and forth, that rocks the pin out, away from the side, and you make sure you've got it pretty much away. See how easy this is? And, $100 was well spent. And it really, really, really works well with plated through holes, because it sucks the solder on the top of the board through, and the solder that's in the channel between the two layers, and the solder on the bottom. In fact, you see these little pads, they're solder plated, so I could repopulate this board with no problem. Just look at this. If that isn't a cat's meow, I don't know what is. If I had my little light board, okay. Hey, it's my video. Okay, now I'm going to make sure I don't put the light board on my desoldering gun. Now I'm going to put this on the floor. No, I'm not, because the cord's all tied up. Let me set it up here on my desk. It's marble or whatever, probably faux. All the holes are nice, clean, ready to be used. So that's my demo. Now you can see why I love the little critter. Just easy to change circuits, repair them, save time, save money. Thank you very much. Now this one I ought to see just 5,000 views and 5,000 likes. Tell your friends. Please review, make a video. Remember the patented technique. Down, I've never had to use the wire to clean the channel. Everybody that uses, it's still on. Everybody that uses a gun like this and uses it like this, they will tell you that it's a piece of crap because it just constantly clogs up. Well, first you got a heavy metal that's being drawn up by a vacuum and being pulled down by gravity. Gravity wins every time. Again, likes, tell your friends, tell your enemies, come and watch this. Thank you.